Hello, citizens. Today is Monday, October 15th, and this is the Master Pattern Report. Dr. Bob Flower here. Okay, so some personal observations. Um, it was just reported that there's a new mayor in Antwerp, Belgium, who is fostering the notion of secession from the country. The Flanders section of the country wants to secede from the balance of Belgium. And the reason is because after 90 years of social rule, the industrial uh, working sector of Belgium is thoroughly fed up with the freeloaders on the other end of Belgium, you know, over near France. And they've had it. This is akin to the analogy that I make about, the half of the country that pay taxes move to another country, and what happens to the remaining people. Well, this is getting very interesting. I don't really think that this will happen, but I think that the resulting anguish and rhetoric and arguments, fights, battles that are going to occur is going to be a very interesting dialogue for the rest of the world to watch, especially in this country and those in this country who think they are entitled rather than having to earn. Okay? Um, now, I'm going to watch this with great interest because I think that this is the type of thing that's starting to occur here, of course, and in social countries. And along those lines, another analogy. Um, my wife has two cousins that just came to visit us from Rome, and they were complaining that the government there is taking away their benefits, their entitlements. Not only are they taking them away, but they're making them pay for them. When I say taking away, taking away for free. But now they're making them pay for it. So it's bad enough that they're not getting them anymore. Now they have to pay for them. And my wife said to them, welcome to the world of socialism. Um, and of course, they're all complaining that the salaries are down there, and there's a lot of restrictions on health care. Um, they have something similar to these panels that the United States is thinking putting in place with the healthcare, and how some of these horror stories. Um, One recent one in England was that a man um, was waiting 6 months to have his teeth fixed from his dentist, and couldn't wait anymore, so he pulled his own teeth, and that was in the financial news, the Financial Times of London. So the world is experiencing this notion of socialism, and how people think uh, in relationship to capitalism, freedom, democracy, as we've experienced here in the United States and Canada and Australia, New Zealand. Um, it's come to a point in our history of the world where we're at a crossroads here, and I don't think we're going to continue in the same way. Whether the capitalist conservatives win, or the liberal entitlements, whether they win, um, things are not going to be the same. First off, things will get worse before they get better, and depending on which way we go, they will get better. Um, but they will also get a lot worse if we go the socialist entitlement direction. I mean that's obvious, and we don't need to even discuss that. Insofar as the market is concerned, our gold and silver have dropped off some, but that's okay. We kind of anticipated that. We're still hanging in there, and we still think that we're going to see an even larger run up here very soon. We're not concerned about that. We think that there's two events going on which are in conflict. One is to get as much information about these negative financial occurrences and situations out to people before the election, and the other is to hide them. And I think, however, right after the election, I mean right after the election, within a week, you're going to see some stuff coming to the surface here that's going to scare the living crap out of people. So batten down the hatches with that. Those of you who feel that it's a waste of time to vote, don't be a goddamn fool, because you could end up being a slave. Um, this is this is one of the most important elections that we have here, and the fate of the economy and your welfare, our welfare, but especially the younger people. The younger people, I think, have been misguided and misled. I think that there's a lot of people out there that are confused, that want to do the right thing, want to be independent, do not like the idea of being owing to the government or to institutions that have their fate in their hands. So we need to pull together on that. And let me give you a few other financial tidbits here. The real estate investment market is going absolutely nuts. Right? I mean, there is buying and bidding like crazy. And I know because I'm personally involved in that on a daily basis. Residential is still, if as I said before, if you're in the market to buy a home, fine. Don't spec on the residential market yet. Right? We're not there yet. The when I say investment, I'm talking about like 3 families and up, or mixed use, couple of stores and an apartment or two or something like that. That's the type of thing that I'm talking about. The market itself is again weakening here. You can see it struggling. $40 billion a month is going out with QE Infinity, they call it now, and that money, and this is the most amazing thing. I don't understand why this is not coming out. That money is going right to the banks and the insurance companies, institutions that have gotten the crap kicked out of them with the economy and bad loans, bad debts. And we're paying for it. That's our money that's going out there, and we're not getting anything in return. I mean, these people aren't even making mortgages, for Christ's sake. People are suffering to get any kind of loan. So what's new? What's new is we're a day closer, or a week closer to determining our own fate. One opportunity that we get to do that every 2 years, every 4 years, what have you. So I think it's vital that we become aware of this, we become aware of the changing economy. Yes, I'll say it again. We're, we're watching history being made right now. And you will see some dramatic changes regardless of which way you go, one way or another. So we got to hang in there, got to deal with the truth, and just hope that the people who are going to lead us starting next year are going to do the right thing for everyone. Okay? Um, Watch the market next. I think the next date that we have for market is 22nd. Okay, um, and watch our gold and silver. Uh, we're buying, and I hope all of you are taking precautions and buying and being prepared for some radical changes and for some very harsh economic, financial, and physical times. I think you're going to see some problems in the street. Chicago had 25 kids running nuts out there and beating up people and destroying businesses and whatnot. Uh, the world's going crazy, guys. Uh, we need to have a voice of sanity. Don't be afraid to speak up. That's the most important message. Speak up, be heard. Okay, have a good one.